comes SCLO Library.
Hey, Amy.
Hi, DJ. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Oh, look at all the people. It's very exciting.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. Oh, here comes the judge. Morgan Hummel's having trouble joining. I think it must be an internet connection issue.
I just tried from my end. It looks like the admit thing went away, so maybe that worked.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, Amy, this has helped me prove one thing. I can have two cameras on my computer.
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought it was a little stupid sitting there talking while you were looking at the clock.
Oh, well, we like seeing your face. Yes.
I'm glad somebody does.
socks on too, Tyrannosaurus, and if you don't mind. I'll show you. He's got a 4-leaf clover. I bought him first. There you go. Why not?
Yeah, maybe I should change the views.
Especially,
Yeah,
this
to
is
see
here.
exactly when they're pronouncing the word. It's
That's a good idea.
yeah.
Hello, Morgan here. Can you hear us? Okay. That was a very seasoned.
Get unmuted. Huh. Here comes Em. Oh, yes, there's Scott. Whoops. Someone let Scott Stilson in.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. How are you, Scott?
Good, Amy. How are you?
Good, thanks. I don't think I've seen Ruth yet.
Yeah, so Ruth got COVID and she's flattened.
Oh,
So,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. She's not feeling well.
Yeah. So she sends her regrets. I will be flying solo tonight. So.
Wow. All right, you brave soul. Okay. Well, you'll do a great job representing Diamondback truck covers.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, we're going to mark you as here.
I did see the note from Foxdale, and I will try my best to enunciate properly, but a lot of the words have those little schwas in them that aren't quite so clear. But I do have a microphone, so I'm hoping that everybody will be able to hear me.
That's great. Okay. Okay, we have one team coming straight from their retreat. That's Rachel Hartman and Carrie Tolton are at Center Foundation's retreat. Oh, they're in. Okay. Hi, Rachel.
We made it. Thank you.
Are you together? Oh, there's Carrie. Great. Thank you. So are the writing tutors of Penn State here? I'm looking
Yes.
for.
Yes, we're all here.
Oh, wonderful. There you are. Oh, you're at the Penn State Writing Center. Perfect. Okay. Okay, what about John Dickinson? Not yet? Okay.
Yeah, we're missing our members meeting for this, just so you know.
Thank you for the sacrifice. Okay, Eston, I don't see John yet. Are you okay spelling without him for the moment?
Yes.
Okay, there you are. It's our musician. Okay, let's see.
Amy, in the chat room, someone asked for a sound check. I think it was Morgan Hummel. I wonder if they got what they needed.
Okay, AUW, the book bees, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think, thank you, Carmine.
You're welcome.
Katie, I think it's 6:01. We've got everybody signed in except one person, so I think we can start. Hopefully John will come.
Okay.
And I have the opening remarks. CNET, are you ready? Okay, perfect. Well, my name is Amy Wilson, and I welcome you to the 23rd Ron and Mary Maxwell Community Spelling Bee. We love all of you as champions of literacy, and we welcome you to this competition and hope you have a wonderful time. So I would like to start the bee by thanking Katie O'Toole, who is our master of ceremonies and really the keeper of the words. So you'll enjoy the extraordinary bee that she and Mary Dupuy have put together for you. So I'd like to also acknowledge we have 6 members of our board of directors participating in the bee or coming on to watch. Susan Hill, who you may not see her picture, she may not be on yet. Pam Long, Nalini Krishnakutty, Ashley Craig, M. Devenish, and Mary Dupuy. So we welcome everyone, and we thank you for championing literacy. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Pam Long, who's president of our board of directors, and she has a few brief words for you.
Sure, I do. Thanks, Amy. I just wanted to thank everybody for being involved this year. This is a big thing to put together, and I appreciate everybody's participation, but I really wanted to say thank you to Amy and to the committee for all the work that it takes to actually put this thing together. It does take a village, and she seems to do it flawlessly every year. So thank you very much, Amy. We really appreciate it.
Okay, and then Pam, would you please let everyone know a little more about the Ruth C. Kistler Award?
So the Ruth Kistler Award is awarded not necessarily every year, because we need to have somebody who we think is worthy of the honor, but the Ruth Kistler Award is given to someone who has been part of the organization, whether it be volunteer, board member, tutor, or something that has really done some outstanding work as a volunteer in the long term. And it's something that we as a board vote on every year. And like I said, it doesn't get awarded every year, but only when we see that it's something that really needs to be done.
Okay, and the person who received the award this year is?
We'd like to congratulate Mary Dupuy.
All right. And would everyone give Mary a shout out? Congratulations, Mary.
Thank you
And
so very much. I appreciate the opportunity to say thank you to the board and to the whole literacy community, because I've been involved with Midstate for, golly, well, let's just say over 25 years. And it's always been an important part of my life, but it's also an important part of the community's life. And it's so important that we continue to do this. So everything you're doing tonight, even those of you who don't spell through to the end, you're contributing to the success of the Literacy Council and the work that we do through the whole year. So my thanks again to everybody for what they're doing, and especially to Katie. And I look forward to hearing all the good things that you're going to spell tonight. So with that, more ado, please, let's take it away, Katie. It's get on with the B.
Okay, I would like to add my welcome this evening to the Spelling Bee, and I'm going to start with a brief review of the rules. Now, some of you are Spelling Bee veterans, but for the newbies here or anyone who needs a refresher, here's how it works. I'm going to say each word, use it in a sentence, and repeat it. If I'm having a good night, I'll say it the same way each time, but this does take some practice. And in fact, I had to toss out a few words this year, such as phloxanopillification, which is the third longest word in the English language and means the habit of estimating something as worthless, if you're wondering. But that's a little bit of a digression. After I've said the word 3 times, the clock will start ticking and you'll have 35 minutes to begin spelling.
Seconds.
What's that?
Seconds.
Seconds. Did I say minutes?
Yeah,
I meant
yeah.
seconds. Yes, you will have 35 minutes. I'll repeat the word up to 3 times at your request, and I'll also give the definition of the word and or the origin, but by request only. Our reference for definitions and word origins is Merriam-Webster's, and for pronunciation, it's dictionary.com. Now, about those darn variants, and no, not BA4 or 5 or Omicron, the variant spellings. We've tried to select words that have no variant spelling in American English, but where there are variants, we'll defer to the Merriam-Webster's primary spelling and the dictionary.com pronunciation. We have 3 requests. One is that your device, if your device has a self-correct function when you start to type, please go into your settings and turn it off. So we have no charges of bee fraud or no one refusing to accept the results of the winning bee spellers. And second, we're also going to ask you to mute yourselves when it's not your turn. And third, when it is your turn, we'd like to have every member of your team turn on your cameras, because half the fun for the rest of us is watching your mental gymnastics as you come up with your correct spelling. Now, team members can consult either through chat or talking on Zoom, but be aware that we'll all be reading and listening along with you. So keep it clean, and especially don't talk smack about the word master. When your 35 seconds are up, the designated team leader will begin to spell the word. And if you lose your way, you lose your train of thought there, you can stop and start from the beginning, but time marches on and the clock will not stop. Each team is permitted 1 misspelled word, but 2 strikes and you're out. We'll have no sudden death round this year because, as last year, the logistics are just too challenging. So we'll continue round after round after round until we get a winner, or until we run out of words, or until I have to resort to phloxanopillification. And now let's meet our judges. The Honorable Carmine Prestia once again is doing time. I believe it's a life sentence that the Mid-State Literacy Council has given him, and we certainly appreciate it. He'll monitor the stopwatch and let you know when your 35-second preliminary investigation into the word spelling has ended and your spell must begin. Center Daily Times publisher Janet Santostefano will have the final word on your spelling. She'll deliver either good news or bad news, but you can be sure she will keep you informed. And the Honorable Pam Ruest, Center County's President Judge, will track the misspellings and let you know when you have reached the status of repeat offender. And now let's meet our sponsors. Our beekeeper sponsor is the Center Daily Times, your #1 source of local news and information. Our honeybee sponsors are First Citizens Community Bank. Our goal is to support the growth of the communities we serve. We put the unity in community. First National Bank. First National Bank is recognized across our regions for our differentiated client experience, workplace culture, and leadership. Susan Hill, one of our Mid-State Literacy Council board members. Maxwell Trucking and Excavating. Maxwell Trucking and Excavating provides innovative, industry-leading solutions for your heavy construction and hauling needs. Rapid Transit Sports, family-owned, longtime supporter of the Literacy Council and best selection of athletic footwear in the region. Remember, replace your shoes, not your joints. Tire Town is your complete auto service center. And our worker bee sponsors, Altrusa International of Center County. Altrusa is an international nonprofit group that makes our local communities better through leadership, partnership, and service. BAPS, Callan, Clements, and Zomnier. BAPS Callan provides focused legal services to corporations, closely held businesses, and municipalities. Blake and Linda Gall, living in the State College community for 35 years, Blake and Linda have been very active in the philanthropic community here. Comfort Toyota, our customers keep coming back because we always treat them the way they deserve to be treated. Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC. Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC provides consulting services under the leadership of Dr. M. Devenish. Dr. Devenish is an attorney, CCEP, SHRMCP, and an expert in cross-cultural communication, ethics, and compliance training, executive presentations, and program evaluations. Diamondback Truck Covers, protecting the gear and pickup cargo beds with the toughest, most secure tonneau covers. One of the fastest growing manufacturing businesses in the country, made in the country just up the mountain in Phillipsburg. Foxdale Village, a not-for-profit, Quaker-directed continuing care retirement community, providing residential, wellness, and healthcare needs for older people. Hamilton Square Shopping Center, your hometown shopping center for over the last 60 years. McQuaid Blasco Attorneys at Law. For 100 years, the dedicated attorneys of McQuaid Blasco have helped Central Pennsylvania clients achieve their legal goals. U Financial and Victor Dupuy. We are a financial planning group. Yurish Popik and Company, accountants and consultants providing service to Central Pennsylvania businesses and their owners for over 45 years. Wasson Insurance. Insurance for business, nonprofits, and home and personal auto. Writing Tutors of Penn State, promoting engaging conversations and writing support for the undergraduate students at Penn State. White Porch Inn by Tom Shirk, a beautifully appointed B&B in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Enjoy your vacation with excellent service. And we also have additional supporters, Brett Butterbaugh at Winkin Wealth Management, CNET of Center County, Doty and Hench, Helen Fox Clothing Boutique, Honey Baked Ham, Kish Bank, PJ Harrigan's, Raising Cane's, Ruth Kistler, and Webster's Bookstore and Cafe. And those are our sponsors, and we thank you all so much because you're really the ones that make this possible. Okay, so I think we're ready to get started. In the first round, I'll introduce the team members. If you've had a substitute, or if I mispronounce your name, just please let me know because we want to make sure you all get the cred that you deserve for doing this. Now, this is the 23rd year of the Spelling Bee, and to pay tribute to this fundraising event that has been supporting literacy since 1999, each of the sentences for the first round will feature a book published that year. And with that, we are ready to begin. At least I am. I hope you all are. Our first team of spellers is Soroptimists International of Center County. And the team members are Dee Bagshaw and Gary Bagshaw. And your word is weasel. In Pop Goes the Weasel by James Patterson, a British diplomat is a suspected serial killer. Weasel.
Hi, we've forgotten. Do we type it in the chat?
No, just spell it aloud.
Oh, I thought you had said something about typing it somewhere. Okay.
You can communicate with each other in the chat if you need to.
Sure. All right. W-E-A-S-E-L.
Correct.
Okay, you're off to a good start. We didn't trip you up with the EL there. Next up, we have the Adventurers, team sponsor, First National Bank, and team members, Ben Martin, Adam Dincher, and Kevin DiLorenzo. Your first word is earring. Girl with a Pearl Earring by Tracy Chevalier tells the story of a servant who becomes the model for the Dutch painter Vermeer. Earring.
Kevin and Ben. My wife dressed up as this for Halloween, which at her school this year. I'm pretty sure there's one R. I would go with that, but I'm almost positive.
Yeah, go with your gut. You got it.
Ben, spell it.
Go ahead.
Earring, E-A-R-I-N-G.
I'm sorry, it's 2 R's.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, your gut did you wrong on that one. Okay, you're still in the game though. That's just your first one. So next up we have the Stargazers, team sponsor Susan Hill, and team members Howard Bond and Judy Bond. Your first word is oleander. In the novel White Oleander by Janet Fitch, a brilliant poet is imprisoned for murder, leaving her daughter in a series of foster homes. Oleander.
Oleander.
That's correct.
Sorry, my other phone is ringing in the background. So I will just have to deal with that, I think. Next up, we have Maxwell Trucking and Excavating, team sponsor, and the team is the Builders, team members, Pam Long, Steve Klobaka, and Sarah Carey. Your word is prisoner. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling was the best-selling book of 1999. Prisoner.
Okay, Sarah, I think we got it. Do you want me to pass it by you first? Yeah, you and I on the same page. Great. Okay. So prisoner, Prisoner, prisoner.
Correct.
Okay. Next up, we have the Safe Travelers, team sponsor, Tyretown Auto Service Center, team members, Mike Casper, Eston Martz, and John Dickinson, if you're here.
Katie, do we have Safe Travelers next or Booze and Shoes next?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It's Booze and Shoes. The phone threw me off. Sorry
Thanks.
about that. Rapid Transit Sports is the team sponsor of Booze and Shoes, and the members are Jen Walter, Amanda Giedrock, and Sid Doyle. And your word is testament. The Testament is one of John Grisham's 47 consecutive bestsellers. Testament.
You think that looks good, Amanda? I typed.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, Testament. T-E-S-T-A-M-E-N-T. Testament.
Correct. Good job.
And now it's the Safe Travelers, team sponsor Tyretown, team members Mike Casper, Eston Martz, and John Dickinson. And your word is survivor. Author Chuck Palahniuk describes his books, including Survivor and Fight Club, as transgressional fiction. Survivor.
Just channeling John here to make sure that we're all right. It looks like we are. Survivor. S-U-R-V-I-V-O-R. Survivor.
Correct.
All right.
Survived.
Yeah. Good channeling. And next up, we have Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor, Altrusa International of Center County, and team members, Brenda Ruby, Amy Miller, and Lisa Carey. Your word is pragmatic. The Pragmatic Programmer, by Andy Hunt is a must-read for software developers. Pragmatic.
Okay, pragmatic. Pragmatic.
Correct.
Spelled with confidence. And next up, we have AAUW of State College, team sponsor, BAPS Calland, team members, Vasundara Varadhan, Martha Hummel, and Morgan Hummel. And your word is melancholy. The Lust Lizard of Melancholy Cove is the second book in a series by Christopher Moore. Melancholy.
You got it?
Yeah.
Go, Martha. Go for Martha.
Go for it. Melancholy. MELANCHOLY.
Correct.
That's my mom.
Okay, no reason to be melancholy yet. Next up, we have the Beatles. Team sponsor, Blake and Linda Gall. Team members, Nalini Krishnan Kuddy, Vicky Fong, and Sandy Fong. And your word is hideous. Brief Interviews with Hideous Men is a collection of short stories by David Foster Wallace. Hideous.
We have agreement. All right. Do you want me to read it, Nolly? Okay. Hideous. HIDEOUS.
That's right.
All right. Then on to the Smooth Sailors. Team sponsor, Confer Toyota. Team members, Jen Delosier, Karen Dabney, and Glenn Liddy. Your word is interpreter. Jhumpa Lahiri explores generational and cultural intersections in her novel, Interpreter of Maladies. Interpreter.
Interpreter. INTERPRETER. Interpreter.
Correct.
Okay, next up we have the Rotary Bees. Team sponsor, Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC. And team members, M. Devonish, Ken Martin, and Kat Snow. And your word is genome. Genome, the autobiography of a species in 23 chapters, is Matt Ridley's take on genetic sequencing. Genome.
Genome. GENOME.
You got it.
Okay, next up we have Better Than Autocorrect. Team sponsor, Diamondback Truck Covers. Team member, Scott Stilson, doing it all solo.
It's a double E.
Oh, did you get a team, another team?
No, I'm not sure what's happening. It's just me.
Oh, just you. Okay. Your first word is visitation. In Frank Peretti's The Visitation, a Western town becomes a gateway for the supernatural. Visitation.
VISITATION. Visitation.
You got it.
Okay. Next up, we have the Foxdale Fanatics, team sponsor, Foxdale Village. And our team members are Megan Callan, Bunny Moon, and Helen Warren. And your word is rhapsody. Rhapsody, Child of Blood, is the first in Elizabeth Hayden's fantasy series. Rhapsody.
RHAPSODY.
You got it.
Okay, and next up we have the Philanthropies. Team sponsor, Hamilton Square Shopping Center. Team members, Rachel Hartman and Carrie Tolton. And your first word is affinity. Sarah Waters' novel Affinity is set in the women's ward of one of London's grimmest prisons. Affinity.
Affinity. AFFINITY. Affinity.
You got it.
All right. Sounding like a lot of confident spellers here. Next up, we have the Legal Eagles. Team sponsor, McQuaid Blasco. Team members, Ashley Craig, Donna Hebner, and Carolyn Yakaran. And your word is subterranean. James Rollins takes readers on a voyage to the center of the earth in Subterranean. Subterranean.
I don't know if that's right. Do you think? I guess we agreed.
Yeah,
Carolyn,
that's what I
you're
had.
missing. Donna, you're muted. Do you think that looks good?
I couldn't see it on the chat,
Okay.
but go ahead.
Okay. SUBTERRANEAN.
That's right.
All right, nice going there. Next up, we have the Beachcombers. Team sponsor, U Financial and Victor Dupuis. And team members are Sarah Brennan, Juliet Smith, and Marcy Moffett. Your word is assassins. Assassins is the 6th book in Tim LaHaye's blockbuster series, Left Behind. Assassins.
What do you think, team? So, Katie, it's assassins plural?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go for it. ASSASINS.
I'm sorry, there's another double S in there.
Okay.
So close.
Yeah.
The correct spelling is ASSASSINS. That was a tricky one for sure. But you're still in there. Next up, we have the Spellisarios. Team sponsor, Yorish Popik, and team members, Russell Frank, Mary Gage, and Anne Hoag. And your word is elegant. In The Elegant Universe, Brian Greene explains the mysteries of string theory and the 11 dimensions of space. Elegant.
I think we can do that one, yeah.
2 E's and an A?
Sorry?
2 E's and an A?
2 E's and an A, yeah. ELEGANT.
That's right.
Okay, and I should mention those are our returning champs. So the pressure is on you, Spellisarios. Next up, we have Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, Writing Tutors of Penn State, sponsoring the Word Wranglers. Team members of the Word Wranglers are Beatrix Stickney, Paige Taylor, and Lila King. And your word is hurricane. Eric Larson recounts the story of an early 20th century natural disaster in Isaac's Storm, a man, a time, and the deadliest hurricane in history. Hurricane.
Hurricane. HURRICANE. Hurricane.
You got it.
Okay, next up we have, how do you spell SCLO? Team sponsor is the White Porch Inn. And your word is mastery. Miguel Ruiz distills Toltec wisdom regarding human relationships in The Mastery of Love. Mastery.
I can't see that, Ellen.
Okay, I typed it in. Does that look right to you
Yes,
guys?
I agree. Ellen, are you in agreement? You're muted. Okay, mastery, M-A-S-T-E-R-Y, mastery.
You got it. That's it.
Okay, that brings us to the end of round 1. And next we move into round 2. Let me shuffle my papers around a little bit. And it brings us back to the Soroptimists International of Center County. And your word, oh, I bet you Ken Martin's going to wish this was his word. Philatelic. The Golden Delicious is one of 4 apples honored by the Postal Service with a commemorative stamp according to the Philatelic Society. Philatelic.
Okay, Philatelic.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. Next up, we have the Adventurers team sponsor, First National Bank. Idolatry. Of all the accounts of idolatry in scripture, the Sunday school teacher decided to focus on the worship of a golden calf. Idolatry.
And Kevin.
Yeah, that would be my guess too, the way you spelled it in the chat. I'm not sure though.
Okay, we're gonna go with ID.
What about the second I? Should that be an A instead?
You want to redeem a redemption round, Adam?
Not really.
I'll just go with Kevin. Are you in agreement with the way I spelled it? I don't know if that's right or not.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
So what did you say, Adam?
I'm pretty sure there's an A.
Go ahead. Are you okay? I'll just IDOLITRY.
I'm sorry, it was an A.
Okay.
So the correct spelling is IDOLATRY, idolatry.
And that's 2 for you, unfortunately, so you're out.
Oh, but thank you. We always appreciate that first one to bow out, because then we know that maybe we won't be here all night. So thanks. It was great having you, adventurers.
Have a nice evening.
Next up, we have the Stargazers, team sponsor Susan Hill. Eloquence. The candidate's eloquence stirred the debate audience and hid the lack of substance. Eloquence.
Eloquent. Can you say the word again?
Eloquence.
How do you spell it?
Nice try.
ELOQUENCE.
No, T on the end.
Did you hear me?
Are you good? Final answer? Yep, you got it correct.
I'm
That was
sorry.
right. You were right.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Interesting, though, the pronunciation does include a T in it, just not the spelling. So
Yeah.
good job not getting.
Well, I wasn't
tricked by
sure you
that.
weren't saying eloquent. People who are eloquent.
Yes.
Anyway.
Next up is the Builders, team sponsor Maxwell Trucking and Excavating. Reciprocity. Versions of the Golden Rule as a standard of reciprocity are part of almost every religious, ethical, and legal tradition. Reciprocity.
I know that too. Sarah, you want to weigh in, or do you want me to?
I typed it in chat.
Okay. Okay, yes, you did.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
good.
agree.
All right, then, here we go. Reciprocity, RECIPROCITY, reciprocity.
Yep, correct.
Bam.
Next up, we have Booze and Shoes, team sponsor, Rapid Transit Sports. And your word is compulsory. Although the golden goal rule was not compulsory, both teams agreed that whoever scored first in overtime would be the winner. Compulsory.
Okay, I think we both have agreement. We're gonna go with compulsory, COMPULSORY, compulsory.
Yep, that's it.
Got it. Okay, next up are the Safe Travelers, team sponsor, Tiretown Auto Service Center. And your word is supersede. The health secretary says the new COVID-19 rules will supersede the prior version. Supersede.
And remember, for all your Tire Town shopping needs, go to Tire Town. They've got it all. Supersede, and your tire needs will be superseded by the helpful professionals at Tire Town. Supersede, SUPERCEDE. Supersede.
I'm sorry, no C. That's wrong.
It's an S. SUPERSEDE. Supersede. But that's just one. You got lots more chances here. Next up, we have Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor, Altrusa International of Center County.
Yeah, I'm gonna protest.
Okay.
Yeah, cedere, CEDE, to go forth. We say CEDE.
Is that, do we have a dictionary? Handy?
Let's hope so.
Overruled. I didn't check a dictionary, I just overruled. Whatever.
We
about
would like some scholarship applied to this, please.
How about at the end of the round, while we finish up the round, we'll have someone check.
So
And
I just
if there's
looked it
a
up.
challenge, we will certainly put you back in there.
I just looked it up and it's got a C.
Oh, it does have a C?
Yep.
Okay, then you're back in there. My bad.
Sorry.
Okay, so you can talk smack about the word master now.
Well, I guess, was that spelling from the Merriam-Webster or from some other dictionary?
Merriam-Webster says that supersede with a C is a quote disputed spelling variant of supersede with an S.
Okay, so it is.
I thought it was a C too, but if we're going by Merriam-Webster, that's what they say.
Okay, Judge.
Sorry, I think we have to go with the S.
Oh, even though there's a precedent with an S, it's the same Latin stem.
We will abide by the judge's ruling.
Yes.
And I just want to weigh in here. I had a summer job in college at a helicopter company, and the FAA required me to do certain documentation, and I had to spell the word superseded about 1,000 times a summer, and it was with an S, according to the Federal Aviation Administration.
And there is no higher authority, so we're good. Thank you.
Okay.
I accept that it's disputed.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor Altrusa.
Rattled now.
What?
You got us rattled now. Go ahead.
We're teasing.
You think
Carry
you're
on,
rattled now. You should see how I'm feeling here. Okay, your word is carousel. A system failure at the Magic Kingdom trapped dozens of ride goers for hours. ironically on the attraction called the Carousel of Progress. Carousel.
Carousel. Carousel.
That's correct.
Okay, next up, we've got AAUW of State College, team sponsor, BAPS Calland. And your word is advisory. Upon hearing the weather advisory, Natasha realized she was driving into the eye of the hurricane. Advisory.
Martha, do you have this one? Go for Martha.
Advisory, ADVISORY. Yes.
You got it.
She's so firm too, I love it. Yeah. She speaks.
Okay, next up, we've got the Beatles. Team sponsor, Blake and Linda Gall. And your word is indispensable. Computers, cell phones, and other electronic devices are indispensable tools in our information age. Indispensable.
So
Are we all good? Yeah. Yeah. Sandy, are you good? Okay. Indispensable. INDISPENSABLE.
That's right.
Okay. Moving on to the Smooth Sailors, team sponsor, Comfort Toyota. Your word is disseminating. Before the advent of widespread literacy, woodblock engravings were a means of disseminating ideas through images. Disseminating.
Can you repeat, did you say disseminating or disseminate?
Disseminating.
Okay, so with an ing.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yep, we all have the same thing. Oh, no, we have two S's. You only have one.
Yeah, I
We're
messed
good
up.
with two
I
S's.
messed
Okay.
up.
So disseminating. DISSEMANATING.
That's right.
All right, you won the battle of the S's there. Next up, we have the Rotary Bees, team sponsor, Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC. And your word is meridian. To find where you are going, follow the map's meridian to the correct coordinate. Meridian.
Meridian, MERIDIAN. Meridian.
You got it.
Okay, next up, we've got Better Than Autocorrect. Team sponsor, Diamondback Truck Covers. Your word is mollify. Gordon's apology for his behavior at the party did not mollify his wife. Mollify.
Mollify, MOLLIFY, mollify.
That's right.
And next up, we have Foxdale Fanatics, team sponsor, Foxdale Village. Cherub. The baby's plump and rosy cheeks gave him the appearance of a Raphael cherub. Cherub.
CHERUB.
That's it.
Okay, next up we have the Philanthropies. Team sponsor, Hamilton Square Shopping Center. Your word is peachy. Sarah reassured her friends that the picnic would be peachy, despite the unseasonably cool temperatures. Peachy.
Peachy. PEACHY. Peachy.
That's right.
Okay. Next up, we have the Legal Eagles, team sponsor, McQuaid Blasco. Your word is pennant. The ship's captain ordered the red pennant to be raised to show that rough seas were expected. Pennant.
Okay, we think two N's.
I do think that, yep.
Okay. Do you agree, Donna?
Yes.
Okay. Pennant.
That's right.
Okay, next up we have the Beachcombers. Team sponsor, U Financial and Victor Dupuis. Abhorrence. Cecilia couldn't hide her abhorrence for her son-in-law's vulgar jokes. Abhorrence.
I think we got it here. Okay, so we need a consensus here. What do you think, guys? Okay, so we'll give it a whirl. Abhorrence, Abhorrance. No.
I'm sorry. It was an E instead of an A.
So
And that-
close. It's Abhorrence.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And that's your
Alright.
second one. I'm sorry.
Oh, Beachcombers, it was great to have you here. Come
We'll go
back
back to the
next
beach.
year. Okay, next up we have the Spelisarios, team sponsor, Yorish Popik. Your word is fricassee. For his wedding menu, the groom requested chicken fricassee, buttered noodles, and pound cake. Fricassee.
I think it's 1C. I think it's Fricase.
No,
Two E's. How many
Two
S's?
E.
Yes.
I would say two S's and an E. Fricassee.
Two S's and an E.
I would say, but I defer to
No.
Russell.
I think it's two E's though.
Two
No.
S's and two E's, or just
I
two?
think it's got an angle on the E.
So there's
One second.
that, and then there's FRS.
Maybe in American it has a two E's instead of the angle.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll try this. Fricassee.
You got it. That's right.
Wow, you pulled that out.
Well done, Russell.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have the Word Wranglers, team sponsor, Lawson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the Writing Tutors at Penn State. And your word is brogue. Even his grandchildren struggled to understand Seamus's thick and lilting brogue. Brogue.
Brogue. Brogue. Brogue.
That's it. Correct.
Okay, and to end this round, we have How Do You Spell SCLO, team sponsor, White Porch Inn. And your word is incessant. Under incessant questioning from his parents, Stephen finally admitted to taking the last piece of pie. Incessant.
What do you guys think? Oh, look at us. We're all in agreement.
Go
All
ahead,
right.
Gigi.
Here we go. INCESSANT.
That's it.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of round 2. Now for round 3, in this round, each of our sentences will include a shout out to the first 2 enterprises that signed on to become our honeybee sponsors. And you are going to think I have transfigured into John Dickinson. You're going to understand that in a moment. With our first team, Soar Optimus International of Center County, team sponsor, First Citizens Community Bank. Your first word is archetype. Maxwell Trucking and Excavating is the archetype of a community-involved business. Archetype.
Okay. ARCHETYPE, archetype.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, nicely done. Next up, we have the Stargazers, team sponsor, Susan Hill. And your word is equable. The Tire Town mechanic was known for his equable temperament and ready smile, even during the busiest times of year. Equable.
Can you pronounce it, yeah, pronounce it again?
Equable.
Okay, EQUABLE.
That's it. Yep.
All right. Next up, we have the Builders, team sponsor, Maxwell Trucking and Excavating. Chihuahua. To honor his beloved pet, the Maxwell trucker had a hood ornament fashioned in the shape of a chihuahua. Chihuahua.
Okay, we seem to be in agreement. Let's give this a stab. Chihuahua. CHIHUAHUA. Chihuahua.
That's right.
Very impressive. Okay. Next up, we have Booze and Shoes, team sponsor, Rapid Transit Sports. Your word is resuscitate. The compressions needed to resuscitate the practice dummy in his CPR class reminded Larry of inflating a tire at Tire Town. Resuscitate.
That looks good, Sid.
I'm gonna go with RUSUSCITATE.
I'm sorry. It's an E instead of a U.
E instead of a U.
It's RESUSCITATE.
That's what I said. I think. Isn't that? Oh, okay.
No, you said RUS.
Oh, okay. I said RE.
You probably just misspoke, but.
I must have. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, next up we have the Safe Travelers, team sponsor, Tire Town Auto Service Center. And your word is insouciance. With characteristic insouciance, Jerry did not blink an eye when a careless driver rammed the back of his Maxwell truck. Insouciance.
Is that a noun or a, hold on, or an adjective? I couldn't tell how you said it. Sorry.
Insouciance. It's a noun.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
Do we have a quorum?
As I morph into Katie O'Toole, insouciance, INSOUCIENCE, insouciance.
I'm sorry. No.
Wow.
It's
I know.
INSOUCIANCE.
Oh, wah, wah. Well, Judge Pam, I saved you some Venmo.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks, everybody.
You know how much we love having you here. You make everything better, so come back.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
be back.
Bye, Mike. Bye, Aston.
Yep.
Next up, we have the Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor, Altrusa International. And your word is sriracha. While waiting at Tire Town for her wheels to be rotated and balanced, Jenny enjoyed a chicken milk sandwich dripping with sriracha. Sriracha.
Okay, we think it is SIRACHA. ACHA.
I'm sorry, no, this is a tricky one.
It's SRIRACHA. Sriracha. But that's just your first one.
Katie,
Next-
can you spell it again?
SRIRACHA.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, we have AAUW State College team sponsor, Babs Calland. And your word is juggernaut. With more than 30 years experience, Maxwell Trucking and Excavating was considered the industry juggernaut in central Pennsylvania. Juggernaut.
Go for Martha.
Juggernaut, JUGGERNAUT.
That's it.
That's my mom.
Nicely done. And next we have the Beatles team sponsor, Blake and Linda Gall. And your word is forbearing. Sydney appreciated the Tiretown salesperson's forbearing nature as she explained the difference between summer and winter tires. Forbearing.
I think Sandy and I have agreements on, I think there's a E in it, or an extra. It's British.
Go for it.
Are we in agreement? Sandy, you're good? Okay. FOREBEARING.
I'm sorry, you didn't need that E.
No
Okay.
first E. The correct spelling is FORBEARING. Forbearing.
Sorry, Nolly.
I wasn't sure of it, so we're good.
That's your first one. Next up, we have the Smooth Sailors team sponsor, Comfort Toyota. Your word is imperturbable. Maxwell Trucking's normally imperturbable supervisor couldn't suppress his glee at the singing telegram that arrived on his birthday. Imperturbable.
That's right. Yep. Imperturbable. Okay. And that's an E or that's an E? I think it is. Okay. I am.
I have an E.
E. Okay. Imperturbable. IMPERTURBABLE. Imperturbable.
That's correct.
Those were a lot of vowels to get right. Nicely done. Next, we have the Rotary Bees team sponsor, Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC. And your word is hindrance. After getting her brakes repaired at Tiretown, there was no further hindrance to a state inspection. Hindrance.
It looks like we have agreement. HINDRANCE. Hindrance.
You got it. That's it.
All right, nicely done. And next we have Better Than Autocorrect team sponsor, Diamondback Truck Covers. Your word is demagoguery. Engaging in a bit of demagoguery, the candidate suggested that if Maxwell Trucking and Excavating found buried gold on the demolition site, it would be shared by all residents. Demagoguery.
Demagoguery. DEMAGOGUERY. Demagoguery.
That's it.
Very impressive. Next up, we have the Foxdale Fanatics team sponsor, Foxdale Village. Elegiacally. The Tiretown customer spoke elegiacally to the salesperson about his 1955 Chevy convertible. Elegiacally.
A-L-O-Y, E-L-A, E-L-E, I-A, C-A-L-L-Y, okay. E-L-E-G-I-A-C-A-L-L-Y.
That's it.
That's awesome. I could never do this. You are an impressive group. Next up, we have the Philanthropies team sponsor, Hamilton Square Shopping Center. And your word is brethren. Pulling into the busy Lamar truck stop, the Maxwell trucker felt that he was among his brethren. Brethren.
Well, whatever. Can
Go
you
ahead.
repeat the word?
Brethren.
Take out the A, but keep the R-E. Brethren. B-R-E-T-H-R-E-N. Brethren.
You got it. That's right.
Nicely done. You squeaked that one out, huh? Legal Eagles is up next. Team sponsor, McQuaid Blasco. And your word is mnemonic. Stanley was so impressed by Tiretown's service that he changed his email password to Tiretown is really exceptional, using tire as a mnemonic device. Mnemonic.
So does it start with an M or a P?
I think you're right, Ashley. I think it's an M.
Okay.
But there's no U in it. M-N-E-M-O-N-I-C. If
I
it
think
were
there might
P,
be.
okay.
I'm not.
If it was a P-N-E, there would be a U behind it. If it's M-N-E, there's not.
Time.
I don't know, Carolyn. I kind of think there's a U. What do you think?
You
I
need
thought
to
there
start
was
spelling.
two.
What'd you say?
I thought there was two. Either way is fine by me.
All right. M-N-E-U-M-O-N-I-C.
I'm sorry, there's no U.
Ah, I'm sorry, Donna.
It's so hard watching you and not wanting to give you a little hint, but not able to. Next up, we have the Word Wranglers, team sponsor, Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the writing tutors at Penn State. And your word is Pyrrhic. The Maxwell trucking team spellers were determined to leave the B with more than a Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic.
Could we get a definition of the word and its origin?
The origin is Greek, and the definition is achieved at excessive cost. Oh.
Pyrrhic. P-Y-R-R-H-I-C. Pyrrhic.
That is correct.
And Katie,
Good
you
for you.
skipped Irish Popic,
Oh, I did? Oh,
didn't she?
no, I thought they went. Yours, Popic, did you go?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got messed up because of the beachcombers. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you, Pam. Okay, your word is bouillon. The aroma of chicken bouillon wafted from the microwave at Tiretown, mixing cozily with the new tire smells. Bouillon.
It's not like bullion gold, is it?
Oh, c'est français, c'est bouillon.
Wait, B-O-U? It's B-O-U?
I don't think
B-U-I.
it's
B-U-I.
B-U-I. You agree,
I think
Mary?
so too. Yeah, yeah. It's French. C'est français.
Yeah, bouillon.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, go for it.
B-U-I-L-L-O-N.
You're missing the O. I'm sorry.
It's
Uh-huh.
B-O-U-I. Not often you
Okay.
get those three consecutive vowels, but B-O-U-I-L-L-O-N.
And you were right.
And that takes us to, how do you spell SCLO, team sponsor White Porch Inn? Is that right? Am I in the right? Yes. Okay, so your word is coalescence. There was a growing coalescence of opinion in the community that Maxwell Trucking was the best option for heavy construction and hauling projects. Coalescence.
What do you guys think?
I think I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not two L's.
Yeah, I know mine's wrong.
That's the only thing I'm sure of.
Okay. And I think it's has the C in the middle there.
The one, DJ?
Oh, right,
DJ?
yes.
Oh, DJ and I have the same spelling.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear. Okay, yeah.
Are you good with that, Ellen? Okay. All right, here we go. C-O-A-L-E-S-C-E-N-C-E.
You got it. That's it.
Thank
All right.
you.
Well done. Okay, that brings us to the end of round 3. And now we move on to round 4. And in this round, every word is a word that stumped everyone in the Scripps National Bee spelling bee except for the winner. So in each case, you're going to be getting a winning word. So I'm going to tell you the year that it was the winning word, and then I'll give you the word. So first up is Seroptimus International of Center County, team sponsor, First Citizens Community Bank. Your word is the 1925 spelling bee winning word, gladiolus. With its vibrant blossoms, the gladiolus is the showpiece of many late autumn gardens. Gladiolus.
Okay, Gladiolus.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, we must have some gardeners there. Nicely done. Next, we have the Stargazers, team sponsor, Susan Hill. Luxuriance. The rainfall on the upper part of the mountain explains the luxuriance of the vegetation compared to the more barren foothills. Luxuriance from 1927.
Luxuriance.
That's it. Correct.
All right. Next, we have the Builders, team sponsor, Maxwell Trucking and Excavating. Your word is from 1947, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is not soluble in water, which is why grass stains can be so stubborn. Chlorophyll.
Type it in and see if Sarah likes it. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Did you type it in the chat?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Chlorophyll.
Mhm.
Because I couldn't figure out how to get it to not autocorrect.
See it, Sarah, in the
Yeah,
chat?
I do. Chlorophyll.
It
So
doesn't
it's-
have an F in it. I know that.
CHLOR.
Is it 1 L or 2? I think
Yeah,
it's
that's my. You think it's 2? Go for it. If you think it's 2, I'm not sure.
Chlorophyll. CHLOROPHYLL. Chlorophyll.
You got it. That's right.
Oh,
good
good
job. Nice going. Next up, we have Booze and Shoes, team sponsor, Rapid Transit Sports, and your word is from 1948. Psychiatry. Her training in childhood psychiatry had not equipped her to deal with her triplet sons during their terrible twos. Psychiatry.
You like that? How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
Okay, let's see if I can pronounce it this time. Or yeah. Okay.
You got this.
Psychiatry. All right. PSYCHIATRY. Psychiatry.
You got it. That's right.
Good pronouncing there. Next up, we have Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor Altrusa International of Center County. And your word is from 1959, catamaran. In the morning, a powerboat ferried us to the island, but we returned in the evening on a sleek catamaran. Catamaran.
Okay. CATAMARAN.
That's it.
Right. Just stick with those A's. Next up, we have AAUW State College, team sponsor, Baps Calland. Your word is from 1963. Equipage. The warlord routed his chief rival, capturing soldiers, guns, and equipage.
That's what I was
Go.
going to say. That.
Okay, say it, Martha.
Equitage.
No, equipage.
Equitage.
Pudge.
Edge. Edge.
You want me to go? Could
Can
you
I
say
go?
the word again, please?
Equipage. Can I say it? We don't want to lose time.
Yeah, go.
EQUIPAGE.
Equipage.
That's it.
You got it. Okay. Next up, we have the Beatles, team sponsor, Blake and Linda Gall. And your word is from 1963, eczema. Lee used coconut oil and honey as topical treatments for her eczema. Eczema.
Could you say it again, the word?
Eczema.
It's an
Go
unusual
with
spelling.
Sandy's. Go with Sandy's. I'm not sure.
Okay. EZ. Oh, Sandy, you ready? Is that right? What you have? Yeah, okay. EZCEMA.
I'm sorry, you had that C and Z reversed.
You were on the right track. You had all the right letters, just not quite in the right order. It's
Oh, well, sorry.
ECDEMA.
And sorry, that's 2 for you.
Oh, Beatles, we hate to
I-
see you go. Thank you for being here, though. Okay, next up, we have the Smooth Sailors. Team sponsor, Comfort Toyota. And your word is from 1972, macerate. Although the recipe called for vinegar, Meg preferred to macerate her berries in bourbon. Macerate.
Well, we all three have different variations. I don't know. Is it this? I don't that or this looks right to me, but that's certainly possible. No, I don't think. I think the big question is it a C or an S or an SC? We got to pick one. I'm just gonna let's just go the simpler the better. Do you want to just go simple? There's our timer. Go ahead. You're pretty sure about that?
I don't know.
All right. MASCERATE.
Sorry. No.
Oh, yes, everything else was right. It's MACERATE. Macerate. That's just your first, though. Next up, we have the Rotary Bees, team sponsor, Creative Compliance Communications Services, LLC. Your word is from 1992, Lyceum. The Lyceum, where Aristotle taught, was originally a sanctuary of Apollo. Lyceum.
Ken and I are in agreement, M.
I agree.
I think it's your turn.
Okay, Lyceum, Lyceum.
That's it.
All right. And next up, we have Better Than Autocorrect, team sponsor, Diamondback Truck Covers. Your word is abalone. Throughout the islands, abalone was a seafood delicacy and an especially prized ingredient of the local cuisine. From 1968, abalone.
Abalone, ABALONE, abalone.
That's correct.
Okay, Foxdale Fanatics, team sponsor, Foxdale Village. From 1952, Vignette. The story collection included a poignant vignette about a young boy's infatuation with a cartoon skunk. Vignette.
Vignette.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. And next up, we have the Philanthropies team sponsor, Hamilton Square Shopping Center. Your word is albumin. The dried fruit used for dessert in European countries contains more than half its weight of sugar and about 6% of albumin. Albumin from 1928.
Albumin. ALBUMEN. Albumin.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. Next, we have the Legal Eagles team sponsor, McQuaid Blasco. Your word from 1942, sacrilegious. Penn State alumni decried the sacrilegious behavior of vandals who broke off an ear from the Nittany Lion statue. Sacrilegious.
I am not sure about the vowels here, Ashley.
I'm Donna, I think I'm at least the SACRI is right. What about LEGOUS?
Sacrilegious. L
EGOUS.
LIGOUS.
Time.
So you think the I instead of the ELIG?
What's Carolyn think?
I don't.
I don't know.
Somebody needs to start spelling.
All right, I'll just go with SACRILIGOUS.
I'm sorry, no. It's an E instead of an I.
Yeah.
So it's SACRILEGIOUS. For all those vowels, you did a darn good job on that.
All right,
Just
can you
not
spell
good
one more
enough.
time? Can you spell one more time?
SACRILEGIOUS.
And it's your second one, sorry.
That's the second one for
Legal Eagles.
Legal Eagles. Okay. Legal Eagles, thank you for being here. Glad you were able to join us. Next up, we have the Spelisarios team sponsor, Yorish Popik. And your word is psoriasis.
Oh, crap.
From 1982. Because psoriasis can be confused with other skin disorders, it is best diagnosed by a dermatologist. Psoriasis.
What do you think, ladies?
I put my guess in the chat.
I put mine too. Hang on, let me just.
Ours agree. We all agree. Well, that's easy. I mean, assuming we're right.
Well, maybe all three of us. Well, we agree. So let's go with that.
Right. We've got PSORIASIS.
That's correct.
All right, nice job. Next, we go to the word wranglers, team sponsor, Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the writing tutors at Penn State. And
Wait.
your word is, from 1985, milieu. Louisa May Alcott was raised in a literary and cultural milieu, and her own childhood figured prominently in her novels. Milieu.
Milieu. MILIEU. Milieu.
That's right.
Very good. Okay, and to finish up this round, we have How Do You Spell SCLO, team sponsor, White Porch Inn. And your word is, from 1935, intelligible. Professor Moore was beloved by his students for his ability to make Shakespeare intelligible and relevant to their lives. Intelligible.
Steve and I have the same thing. What do you think, Alan?
Oh, I can't see Steve's and mine's not showing. Intelligible. Yes.
Yeah. Are we good? Okay, here we go. INTELLIGIBLE.
That's right.
Great job, all you survivors. On to round 5, where I'm sure I'm going to get some of you with this round. This is where it starts to get very difficult. And we've had some very difficult ones already, but starting out round 5, Seroptimus International of Center County, team sponsor, First Citizens Community Bank. And your first word is tintinnabulation. The tintinnabulation of wind chimes stirred by a soft breeze lulled Theo to sleep on his hammock. Tintinnabulation.
Okay, here goes. TINTINABULATION.
I'm sorry, you missed an extra N there.
After all of those problems with words with lots of vowels, this one, the consonant is the problem. It's TINTINNABULATION. But I believe that's your first one. Yep. Your first miss. Next up, we have the Stargazers, team sponsor, Susan Hill. And your word is eidetic. As a crime scene investigator, Sylvia's eidetic memory served her well, even though she'd have preferred to forget some images. Eidetic.
This might be an E.
Can you pronounce it again?
Eidetic.
Whatever there. All right. IDETIC.
I'm sorry, no. Starts with an E.
It's EIDETIC. Eidetic. And that's your first miss too, I believe. Next up, we have the Builders, team sponsor, Maxwell Trucking and Excavating. And your word is marcescens. The Christmas cactus had lost its plump fronds, and its marcescens seemed to reflect my post-holiday mood. Marcescens.
All righty then.
Do you think it's, I don't think it's 2 R's. the end of it, I'm pretty confident about.
I think it's just one.
I just put mine in there and I had to put space Mars. You think it's SC? What are you guys thinking?
We're thinking MARCESS.
ANC.
ANC.
Wow, so
Well,
don't
no,
listen to
it-
me at all
wait.
then.
Hold on. What? ENCE. You're coming up on time. What do you think?
Take your best guess. I could more since pick one. I think it's an E now.
Okay. All right, we'll try Marcessence. MARCESSENCE.
Oh, so close. It was a C instead of the double S.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
So it's MARCESCENCE. Excellent effort, though. Aren't you glad you don't have to write that very often?
Yes, indeed.
Next up, we have Booze and Shoes, team sponsor, Rapid Transit Sports. And your word is stromor. Carl Ludwig invented the stromor in 1867 after experimenting on the arteries and veins of animals. Stromor.
I'm not sure which one. I kind of like yours. I don't know. Yeah.
I kind of like yours more.
Can we get a definition of this?
It's an instrument for measuring the velocity of blood flow.
I don't know. I'm thinking yours might be right, Sid.
All right. Well,
Do you have any
I guess
thoughts?
if we lose, it's on me. So I'll go for it.
No.
All right. So I'll go ahead and spell it. STROHMOR.
I'm sorry, no.
Not too far off, though. It's STROMUHR.
We were almost right together.
Almost.
And that's your second, sorry.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for being here, Booze and Shoes.
All right. Bye-bye.
Next up, we have the Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor, Altrusa International of Center County. And your word is Ilurophile. With the explosion of cute cat videos on TikTok, Claire realized she wasn't the only Ilurophile in town. Ilurophile.
Okay. All right. Give it a shot here. AILUROPHILE.
That's correct.
Oh my goodness. Who ever even heard of that word? Who knows how to spell it? That was impressive. Okay, next up we have AAUW State College team sponsor, Baps Calland. Your word is miniated. What most stood out on the miniated manuscript were the vibrant reds made from the mineral cinnabar. Miniated.
Do it, Martha.
MINAGE.
Did you hear us?
No, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, please?
Say loudly, say loudly. Loudly, all right. Miniated, MINIATED.
That's correct.
And spell it.
That's really loud.
Next up, we have the Smooth Sailors. While AAUW celebrates their correct spelling there, the Smooth Sailors, team sponsor, Confor Toyota, and your word is tergiversation. The tobacco industry was a master of tergiversation, claiming on one hand that plain packaging laws had boosted cigarette sales while lobbying to end those laws. Tergiversation.
Origin? Yeah. Can we ask the origin, please?
It's Latin.
I'm not confident, but that seems okay. Okay, so we have the same thing except we have a U.
I like you. Yeah,
Okay,
go
all
for
right.
it.
We're gonna guess tergiversation. TURGIVERSATION.
I'm sorry, no, it was an E instead of a U.
Oh, you were
So close.
You were so close. It was just that very first vowel. It was TERGIVERSATION.
And I believe that's your second.
That's the second, so not so smooth for the sailors on that one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great having you here. Next up, we have the Rotary Bees, team sponsor, Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC. And your word is proparoxetone. Most proparoxetone words in modern Catalan are actually borrowed from Castilian Spanish. Proparoxetone.
Am I like yours? Roxetone.
Can you pronounce it again,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
Proparoxetone.
Proporoxetone. Okay.
Roxetone.
Yeah, I can go with M's.
Yeah. And the sentence, just to be sure.
Most proparoxetone words in modern Catalan are actually borrowed from Castilian Spanish.
Oh, Catalan.
Catalan. Proparoxetone.
Yeah, they like their X's. Yeah,
Go with
I'll
M's.
go with M's.
Okay, proporoxetone. PROPOROXYTONE.
You missed it by one letter.
And it wasn't actually from the Catalan language, it was from Greek, but it's PROPAROXYTONE. The correct spelling.
So for what it's worth, this is Scott here. I don't know if I don't want to introduce too much mix here, but the way you were pronouncing it, Katie, it sounded very clearly like you said proparoxetone, the long O.
Oh, it did?
Very much.
You were trying to make a schwa, and maybe it's inevitable with that combination of letters, but it sounded to my ear exactly, and you heard him even repeating it, proparoxetone is a long O. So it was just, I don't know what you want to do with that, but to my ear, it sounded like a long O.
Okay, judges, should we give them another try? Since it was the word master having trouble with that one.
I thought I heard the A in there, but
I thought so too.
I don't take it personally, but you know.
it was just the first miss. I think.
Yep.
I didn't think the pronunciation was an issue.
Was that the judge that said that?
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
judges? Okay. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay. Next up, we have Better Than Autocorrect, team sponsor, Diamondback Truck Covers. And your word is staphylococci. The scratch became infected and the staphylococci spread to his scalp and eyes. Staphylococci.
Hold on, hold on. Let me write this down. I was trying to type it out, but I can't type it out and unmute myself at the same time. Okay, I think I got it. Staphylococci, STAPHYLLOCOCCI. Staphylococci.
Just one L. Sorry.
Just one L? Oh.
But so close. It's STAPHYLOCOCCI. Next up, we have Foxdale Fanatics, team sponsor, Foxdale Village. And your word is eidolon. George Washington is often considered as an eidolon to the American people, who represents more of an ideal than a once living person. Eidolon.
IDOLAN.
Could you use it in the sentence again, Katie?
George Washington is often considered as an eidolon to the American people, who represents more of an ideal than a once living person.
No T. She didn't pronounce a T.
I thought she did. Wasn't it T on here?
Eidolon.
Oh,
No.
Eidolon.
IDOLAN.
I'm sorry, close, but no, EI.
EIDOLON. Very close. So good effort. And I think that's your first one. Next up, we have the Philanthropies team sponsor, Hamilton Square Shopping Center. And your word is Fibran. The clothing retailer offered a line of low-cost garments made chiefly of Fibran. Fibran.
Give the origin, please.
French.
And the definition, please.
A fabric made of spun rayon yarn.
Oh, so rayon. Yeah, it's fine. I think you're right. Or wait. Can you pronounce it one more time? Or is it
Fibran?
No. Well, we don't know this word. Fibran. FIBRAN.
I'm sorry. No, you're close.
It's FIBRANNE. That's the French part of it, I suppose. And I'd be surprised if you had heard that word. But that's your first miss, I believe. So you're still in. And that takes us to the Spelisarios team sponsor, Yorish Popik. And your word is catagelophobia. The B contestants looked confident, and if any suffered from catagelophobia, it wasn't obvious. Catagelophobia.
You know, it's tough to repeat. We might be doing.
I had this almost the same thing as you, Russell, except instead of LIP, I had LAP.
Okay. Mary, any thoughts?
Catagelophobia. I was just wondering about the I. Could it be a word?
Katie, can you say it again?
Is there a definition?
Catagelophobia. Fear of ridicule.
Sorry, fear of.
It's fear of ridicule.
Oh, well, that's apt.
Does it come from, what language is it? What does it come from? Greek. Is there a Y? What is that?
I'm okay with Russell's thing.
Okay, I'll go with it. I don't know.
I think we're going down. Okay, but here's what we got. CATAGELIPHOBIA.
No, I'm sorry.
It starts with a K, so it's KATAGELOPHOBIA.
I should have noticed that K. Oh well, but I would have gotten the vowel wrong anyway. So.
And I'm sorry, it's your second.
We're out of here.
Sorry to see you lose your crown.
As I
But
said,
next year, you'll be back in the running.
Okay.
Good luck to the survivors.
Next up, we have the Word Wranglers, team sponsor, Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the writing tutors at Penn State. And your word is Polysyndeton. Known for its use of polysyndeton, the postal creed begins, neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers. Polysyndeton.
Hi. Polysyndeton. Polysyndeton.
That's it. Good job.
Wow. Yeah, big round of applause there. Nicely done. Next we have how do you spell SCLO? Team sponsor, White Porch Inn. And your word is epizeuxis. Epizeuxis is frequently used for emphasis, such as when Taylor Swift sings, "We are never, ever, ever, ever getting back together." Epizeuxis.
What's the origin, Katie?
Greek.
Can you say it again?
Epizeuxis.
I have no clue. Oh, going crazy there, Steve.
I like,
I can see it now.
Do you
Steve's
have
not
a clue, Steve?
I think
DJ, I like yours better than
I
mine.
like DJ's
Do
too.
you really?
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
why.
probably still wrong, but it's just not as wrong as mine.
Yikes.
That's
Okay.
or EU or something. I don't know.
I thought of that too. I don't know. It could be anything, honestly.
So, roll the dice, DJ, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go with mine since you said you liked it. EPIZUCHSUS.
I'm sorry, no, that's wrong.
Don't be sorry. Of course it's wrong.
That was really creative. The correct spelling is EPIZEUXIS. Epizeuxis.
XIS.
Oh, okay.
XIS, yes. Okay.
We would have been wrong no matter what. So
I believe that's just your first. Is that right, Pam?
it is, but still.
Okay. All right. Next we have how do you spell SCLO? Team sponsor, White Porch Inn.
That was
And your
us.
word is agathocacological.
Katie.
That was them, Katie.
We just spelled a word. You need to go to the next
Yeah, you
round.
need to go to the next one.
Next round, I think.
Oh, so that was White Porch Inn. Okay. And I'm sorry. Is the word wranglers are still in?
They
spelled
went
it.
also. They spelled polysyn.
Yeah, they were correct.
Okay. Oh, okay,
Right?
so they're still in.
They're still in.
Okay, okay, and White Porch Inn is still in, but has one.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so then we move on to round 6. Hold on to your seats for this round. Okay. First up, we have Seroptimus International of Center County, team sponsor, First Citizens Community Bank. And your word is agusia. When he was diagnosed with COVID, Leonard found one silver lining in knowing that agusia was a symptom because his mother was a terrible cook. Agusia.
Well, here goes. AGUESIA.
Oh, I'm sorry, so close.
It's actually AGEUSIA. So
Yep.
you had all the right letters, just a little bit.
All right.
That's your second, sorry.
Oh, Sir Optimus, we hate to see you go, and thank you for being part of this.
See you all. Have fun.
So that takes us down to the Stargazers. Team sponsor, Susan Hill. And your word is Kaik. We entered the Kaik and two rowers dressed in red fezzes and striped silk shirts sped us up the Bosporus. Kaik.
Pronounce it again.
Kaik.
Okay. Caique.
That's it. Good job.
What? What?
I thought that was going to be one of those
I thought you said we got it.
words of doom. You did get it.
You
What?
did, yeah.
You got
You're
it.
joking.
Nicely done. Okay, next we have the builders, team sponsor, Maxwell Trucking and Excavating. And your word is horripilation. Suddenly he was afflicted by horripilation as the goosebumps swept up from his ankles to the nape of his neck. Horripilation.
Can I get the origin, please?
It's Latin.
Definition.
Sure.
Can we get a definition?
Goose flesh or goosebumps?
Okay.
I'm almost certain it starts with an H. That's the word oh wait. Do you think that's an EU right there?
Oh.
Sarah, any guesses?
I don't think it's an O. I think it's an E. I think it's an EU.
Okay.
Or Ripple. I think it's HEU.
Okay.
To start it.
Yeah, it looks right.
Oh,
All
to
right.
start HEU
Yeah. Thank.
That's my guess.
and then IPUL.
Uh-huh.
I have IL, but it could be UL.
Oh, ULATION.
Relation. But skin stuff is PIL.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Oh, that's a good point.
All right. I think we're gonna do the EU and do that one.
Okay.
Keep the eye. Okay, we ready? Relation. HEU
R.
RIPILATION. Perpilation.
No, I'm sorry.
A good try. The correct spelling is HORRIPILATION.
Oh.
So it was basically phonetic, just with 2 R's.
Yeah, you might have overthunk that one a little.
Sorry, that's your second.
Thank you.
Oh, good effort, builders. Anybody that stays in it to round 5 and 6, boy, give yourselves a lot of credit. Okay, that takes us to Altrusa Alphabetizers, team sponsor, Altrusa International of Center County. And your word is Miss Tigress. All eyes turned to Adrian as he gazed at his cards, and his partner silently prayed that he had a Miss Tigress up his sleeve. Miss Tigress.
Which one? Well, we'll take a guess. MYSTYGRIS.
I'm sorry, those Y's tripped you up.
It was almost, it was phonetic. It's MISTIGRIS. Miss
That's
Tigress.
too easy.
And that's your second, sorry.
This is how we get into your head in these later rounds. You know, we toss in some of those
Yeah.
easy ones and you overthink them. Thank you, alphabetizers. Next up, we have AAUW State College, team sponsor, Baps Calland. And your word is xanthophysia. No, xanthophysia. Let me just skip that one. I'm not going to be able to ever get it out. Instead, I'm going to give you the next word on the list, which is sgraffito. The facades of Czech Renaissance buildings were often decorated with sgraffito. Sgraffito.
Could you say the word one more time, please?
Sgraffito.
Not Phyto, Cito? It's F. I thought it's Phyto, no? SG.
You gotta say something.
Okay, go ahead. You're gonna do.
Sgraffito. SCRAFITTO.
I'm sorry, close, but that's not it.
Just a single F. It's S-G-R-A-F, I mean, two Fs, S-G-R-A-F-F-I-T-O. So just short by one F, but you're still in there. That was your first one. So that takes us to the Rotary Bees, team sponsor, Creative Compliance Communication Services, LLC. And your word is arm sigh. When the tailor saw the size of the groom's triceps, he knew he'd need to enlarge the arm sigh in his wedding suit. Arm sigh.
What's the origin?
English.
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's a new one for me. ARMSIE, SIGH. Any ideas? You're muted.
And that was a good thing, being muted, because I am stuck on the arm. this sigh, I'm like SIGA, SEI, SI, SYE, SYE. I mean, if we don't know, I guess we can put all our team collective efforts in Ken, because at least you at least you came up with the first attempted spelling. And we're a team. We go down together. Valiant effort.
I'll go with Ken's spelling because that's a new one to me. I mean, it's like somebody's arm just went.
It just sighed, but it just doesn't seem right to put SIGH.
I know.
Right?
I'll go with Ken's spelling.
Yeah. Oh, the time, y'all. Ken.
Just spell it.
Ken, go.
ARMSEI. Didn't think so.
So this one was not phonetic. The correct spelling is ARMSCYE. You almost had it. It was one of those options other without the C. One of you said SYE.
Yep.
Like I said, we're going down.
Learned another word. I won't forget that word.
And I believe that was your second one. Is that right? Kim?
Yes,
Correct.
it was.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us. Next up, we have Better Than Autocorrect, team sponsor, Diamondback Truck Covers. Your word is dysania. Curtis tried to convince his boss that his inability to get to work on time was due to dysania and not mere laziness. Dysania.
Can I get a definition?
A condition marked by finding it hard to get out of bed in the morning.
And an origin?
Greek.
Okay. D-Y-S-E-I-N-I-A.
I'm sorry, so close, but no.
It's D-Y-S-A-N-I-A.
Oh, the simpler one. Okay, thanks.
And that's your second, sorry.
Oh, better than autocorrect. Good to have you here.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Next up, we have the Foxdale Fanatics team sponsor, Foxdale Village. And your word is petrichor. Other than the petrichor emanating from the rapidly drying grass, there was no evidence that it had rained. Petrichor.
P-E-T-R-I-C-H-O-R. C-H-O-R. P-E-T-R-I-O-E. P-E-T or P-H-E? Don't know. You say P-E-T? I'm guessing E, though. Right. P-E-T-R-I-C-H-O-R. Right. With an E on the end?
No, because then it would be shore.
C-H-O-R.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. P-E-T-R-I-C-H-O-R.
That's correct.
Yes. Okay. And that is cause for some celebration. Next up, we have the Philanthropies team sponsor, Hamilton Square Shopping Center. And your word is tittle. Instead of dotting her I with the usual tittle, Stephanie made a tiny heart. Tittle.
Can we have the origin, please?
It is Latin.
And the definition.
A point or small sign used as a diacritical mark in writing or printing.
Do you have any other guesses? No. I don't like to do that. Well, we had a good run. Yeah. I don't think it's one. I don't think it's one. Tittle. I don't know. T-I-D-T-L-E.
I'm sorry. One letter off.
It was T-I-T-T-L-E.
You got it. I'm sorry,
That's
I doubt it.
one of those ones that was kind of phonetic where we mess with your mind and think, oh, in round 6, it can't be that easy.
And sorry, that's your second.
Oh, Philanthropies, come back next year.
We have a round 6 streak going, so that's okay.
Next up, we have the Word Wranglers, team sponsor, Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the Writing Tutors at Penn State. And your word is womble. Derek coughed loudly to disguise the fact that his stomach had begun to womble in the middle of the solemn burial service. Womble.
What is the origin of this word?
Scandinavian.
Womble. W-O-M-B-L-E. Womble.
No, I'm sorry, close. but that's not it.
Very close. It was WAMBLE, Wamble. And I believe that's your second?
No,
No,
that was our
our
first.
Nope, that's your first. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, next up we have how do you spell SCLO? Team sponsor, White Porch Inn. And your word is griffonage. Doctors are famous for their griffonage in writing prescriptions. I'm sorry? Oh.
I'm at the library. That was the library's closing announcement. Can you say it again?
Oh, yes. Griffonage. Doctors are famous for their griffonage in writing prescriptions. Griffonage.
Origin?
French.
I have no idea.
Either I'm thinking that or that.
I like the AGE.
If it were Greek, I would have go with the Y, but since it's French and
that, I don't know. No clue.
I don't know whether the E or the I, not the A.
What do you think about the last one?
The E, GRIFF.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Griffonage.
Could you pronounce the second syllable?
Griffonage.
It sounds like she's saying an I sound. So,
Yeah,
that's fine with me.
So the last one.
We're going to go with the last one.
Sure.
Okay. GRIFFINAGE.
Oh, I'm sorry. So close. You were off by one letter.
It was an O, not an I. Griffonage. GRIFFONAGE. Those schwas will kill you.
Griffon.
And that's your second, sorry.
Yep,
All
thank
right.
you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, it was closing time, so.
Yes, exactly. I was afraid that was going to happen.
It was like it was an omen. Thank you for being here. Okay, on to our next round. We have the Seroptimists of Center County. Nope, we have the Stargazers.
How
right?
many teams are still in?
Let's see, we have the Stargazers. We have AAUW. And we have Foxdale Fanatics. And we have the Word Wranglers. Is that what you have, Pam?
Yes, that's what I have.
Okay.
How many
So
is
we've
that?
got
Is it 5?
Four.
Four.
4 teams left. Okay, the first word for the Stargazers, team sponsor Susan Hill, is assiduous. His scornful disregard of work, study, and prayer showed him to be an assiduous monk. Assiduous.
Katie, what list are you using?
Page 3, number 13 of 6.
Can you give the sentence again?
His scornful disregard of work, study, and prayer showed him to be an assiduous monk. Assiduous.
Okay, ACCEDEOUS.
I'm sorry, close, but that's not it.
The correct spelling is ACEDIOUS.
Ah.
Sorry, that's your second.
Yeah.
Oh, Stargazers, thank you. Amazing. You've made it to round 7. That's an achievement. That takes us down to Babs Calland or AAUW State College, team sponsor Babs Calland. And your word is coquelicot. The hat had a wide green brim with coquelicot ribbons that matched her flaming hair. Coquelicot, coquelicot, coquelicot.
Time.
CHLISQUE.
Could you say the word one more time?
Coquelicot.
Coquelicot.
What do you want to spell it?
Way out of the wrong words, even I.
Go for it.
Do you want me to end it with a QUE or no?
Oh.
Oh, and COCHCLICO. Yeah, yes, no?
Yes. Go ahead.
COCHCLICO.
I'm sorry, no, that's not it.
I was hoping you would ask me the origin, which is French. The spelling is COQUELICOT. Coquelicot.
Good one.
Good job. I had a QUE, but in the wrong place.
Two, we're out.
And that's your second, sorry.
But we'll see you back here next year, and thank you for being here this year. And that brings us to the Foxdale Fanatics team sponsor, Foxdale Village. Your word is peshog. He has totally charmed me with his peshog, the young woman confided to her friend. Peshog.
I'm going PESH. Could you pronounce that one more time?
Peshog.
Shog.
Peshog. With a G.
PHI.
Time.
PHI.
SCHANG. SCH. ANT. Did you put a
It's
C in?
peshog.
Katie,
can you use it in a sentence?
He has totally charmed me with his peshog, the young woman confided to her friend. Peshog.
Now tell me.
There's a G at the end.
A G. PHYS.
IS. And HOG.
PHIS.
HOG.
HIG. I'm kind of working on a different concept.
Oh, our time's up.
Okay. PHYSHIG.
I'm sorry, no.
The correct spelling, and this is an Irish word, is PISHOGUE.
Oh, we've never gotten that.
No.
Who would?
And sorry, that's your second as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us down to the Word Wranglers, team sponsor, Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the writing tutors at Penn State. And that's I believe, how many teams are left, Pam?
I only
That's
have,
it. That's the
Just
only
one.
one.
the only team left on my
Yes.
sheet is the
Mine.
Wrangler.
Yeah.
Was the word Wranglers.
Yes.
Well, then I believe we have a winner.
Well, they didn't.
They
No,
still,
they
have to
they haven't
skull out on
done
the
their
ground,
turn yet.
don't they?
They're the
Yeah,
last-
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll finish out the round. Okay, the word Wranglers, your word is ptarmigan. The menu reflected the local Alaskan fauna, specializing in reindeer and white-tailed ptarmigan. Ptarmigan.
Can we get the origin and the definition of the word?
It's Greek, and it's any of 3 or 4 species of partridge-like grouse.
Time.
Okay, ptarmigan. Tarmygen. Ptarmigan.
No, I'm sorry, that's not it.
There's a silent P at the beginning that always trips you up. Ptarmigan, ptarmigan. So that means we still have 4 of you.
Right.
You ready for another round? We'll do another round, and I think whoever's left will probably share the crown because it's getting a little late there. So I think this will be our last round, and we're back to the Stargazers, team sponsor Susan Hill. And your word is millefleur. A revival of interest in nature-based interior design boosted the market for millefleur tapestries. Millefleur. Let me say that again. Millefleur.
Okay. Millefleur.
That's correct.
You got it. Okay. Next up, we have who do we have up next? Who's still in it? Okay. AAUW. Okay. Okay, so your word is she ran schnit. Maggie parlayed her talent for she ran schnit projects into a business that specialized in Valentine cards. She ran schnit. Actually, you know what? Let's strike that one and go to the next one. I think I pronounced that too many different ways. That's one of those ones. Let me give you another one. Ferruginous. His treatise was a ferruginous set of unconnected ideas. Ferruginous.
Time.
Anyone? Wait, are they still here? Is AUW still here?
The speaker's up, by the way.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay. Someone want to start spelling? No?
AUW, are you gonna spell?
Maybe they're not here.
What's happening?
Amy went home.
Who's supposed to be spelling?
Unmute.
AAUW is supposed to be spelling.
AUW, you're still in the game. Are you gonna spell?
So what was the word? We're sorry.
We thought we were out.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
What
but
were we
everybody
on
missed
then?
in that last round. So those four left are getting another shot. So your word is,
Oh, thank you.
your word is ferruginous. His treatise was a
Ferruginous.
ferruginous set of unconnected ideas. Ferruginous.
Martha's just guessing.
It's your turn. Do it.
Come on, say in your loudest voice. Erogenous. Ferruginous. Happy birthday to Martha. It's not PH.
I missed the beginning. Did you,
that right?
what was the second letter? Did someone else hear that? Katie, did you hear it?
Yeah, I think they spelled it right. They spelled
Okay,
it
that's what I
correctly.
thought. Okay.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations, you're still
You're still
alive. And next we go to Foxtail Fanatics, team sponsor Foxtail Village. And your word is ecchymosis. The car accident left Jason with mild ecchymosis and contusions. Ecchymosis. Ecchymosis. What do you think? Is it ecchymosis? ECSI. Yeah. MOSIS? MOSUS.
It's time.
Okay. ECSI MOSUS.
I'm sorry. Good try, but no, that's not correct.
It's ECCHYMOSIS. Ecchymosis. But what a run you had there, Foxtail Fanatics, making it all the way up to round 8. Thank you. And that brings us to the Word Wranglers, team sponsor Wasson Insurance, Ruth Kistler, and the writing tutors at Penn State. And your word is miscible. The contents in the glass became cloudy, so it was apparent that the miscible solution had more than one liquid in it. Miscible.
Can we get the origin and definition for this one too?
It's Latin, and it means capable of mixing in any ratio without separation of two phases.
Time.
Miscible. MISSABLE. Miscible.
So close, but no, that's wrong.
The correct spelling is MISCIBLE. C-I-B-L-E, missable. And that leaves us, I believe, with, Amy, this is your call. Two winners?
We can do
or
a
one more
tie for
round?
first place.
Okay.
We can do a tie for first place, and all the last three teams will get prizes. And so Writing Tutors of Penn State, you'll also get prizes as third place winners. Congratulations to everybody. I also want to do a shout out to Martha Hummel, who is having a birthday. So happy birthday, Martha. And everyone was wonderful. Can we give Katie a huge round of applause? It's really hard to be the word master.
Okay, so we're going to do one more round. Is that what?
Oh, I thought that we would just do a tie.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Is
too.
that
I thought
okay?
you were saying another round, but I'm happy with a tie.
I think a tie is awesome. These people could go on till midnight. So
and actually many of the Scripps Howard spelling bees do end with ties when it becomes clear that people are going to go on and on and on because they're just such darn good spellers. So congratulations to all of you.
I do have a question. Just respond. I believe that the alarm was not being heard when the time went out. Is that everybody's experience?
I could hear it sometimes.
Sometimes.
I never heard the timer.
Okay, I think I know why. I'm dealing with a new camera, hopefully to make the clock and me look better.
Now it's showing the correct time.
Next year, I'll figure that out. Thank you.
We thought it was a prop.
We didn't mean it was real.
I don't blame you.
Thank you to our judges as well.
Congratulations.
Everybody, thank you so much.
And hope to see you in person next year.
That's right.
That would be
2023 in person. All right. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for supporting literacy. You all are terrific.
What's the stand? What happened? What's going on?
Who won? Who won?
Who
No,
won?
we had a tie for first place.
Between the Stargazers and AEW State College.
Who's on first?
And third place are the Word Wranglers. Okay, they're excited. Congratulations, everyone. Have a great evening.
Go
Thanks for
celebrate.
spelling. Katie, safe journey.